Hello guys, and welcome to the new series where we're gonna try to answer a very important question. Can an idiot learn the violin? Welcome guys to this new series that it's gonna be kinda like a vlog, a diary of my journey with this instrument, with the violin. And in every video I will try to summarize, to condense 1 month of practice. What I did, what I discovered, and the exercise that I did, and the song that I learned. Now, for my practice routine, I will try to do the same thing that I'm doing with the bass. I give myself a time frame of 100 days and 1 or more goals, and I will try to achieve that goals. Usually I try to practice for 5 days per week for 4 consecutive weeks, and then I leave myself 1 week of rest. Now, on my practice, what I did for my first month. Let me grab this. The first exercise that I did was simply an exercise to make use of the bow, because I never use a bow, and it turned out to be more difficult than I thought. Now, the first thing that I did was simply this. Here, what I'm doing is dividing the bow into 3 parts. And I'm doing downstroke and upstroke using just one of the parts. This was a very helpful exercise because it helped me start getting using with the bow. And at the beginning was really difficult. The angle, the kind of pressure that you need to use, and the place that you need to put the bow. Now, what I found is that the best for me is kinda here, putting the bow here. On the middle, here between the bridge and the end of the fingerboard, but not in the middle, but a little more on the bridge side, just a little. And I angle the bow. I'm not putting the bow perpendicular to the string, but I'm using a small angle. And yeah, I start doing this for my first week, and I'm doing as a second exercise I did the spider crawl. The spider crawl is simply this type of exercise, just without the bow. I'm fretting, in this case you can call it fretted, just 1 note at a time, 1 fret at a time, 4 frets on 1 string, and then going to the other string. And it was difficult. It was really difficult, to be honest, because doing something, coordinate your hand, is very hard. Even if I have some experience with the bass and the guitar, doing this was so hard at the beginning, very hard, because without any experience in using the bow, whenever I try to focus on my left hand for fretting, I lose the focus on the bow, and I tend to, drift here, and sometimes I notice that I place the bow on the fingerboard, and the sound wasn't really that beautiful. And I did this for the first week, just that. Half an hour of practice. And after 1 week, what I obtained was being able to do one complete stroke up and down, change string, and being a little better. Now, don't do my mistake. I'm talking about specifically in the spider crawl. I tend to rush things, and I know, and I always have to stop myself sometimes. But take this thing very, very slowly. Now, this is the basic of the basic of the technique. This is the most important part of the technique. And it takes myself 2 weeks to feel a little more comfortable doing this. The first week it was a mess. Second week was better. I start to use some variation, simple variation. To make an example, in the bow exercise, instead of doing one big stroke down and then up on the same string, I start doing one downstroke on the first string and then change string and doing the upstroke. This may vary on your level of experience, if you are able to do this after 1 week or not. Maybe you are better than me, maybe you are worse than me. Just take your time. And yeah, in the second week, I start doing something that I deeply care. Now, on the bass, I did a mistake, a big mistake. I focus way too much on technique. And after 2 years, my repertoire is so lacking. Now, I'm starting right now to fix this problem. Right now. But on the violin, I don't want to do the same mistake. So, after the first week, I start learning my first song. And that was also the mistake, but I choose poorly, simply. The first song that I thought that I would learn was the sad theme of Fairy Tail, an anime. And it's a beautiful song, but and I thought it would be simple because with the bass, that song is simple, really. With the violin, nope. In the first week, I just did. I wrote every day what I did. I use this as a diary, and it's a good habit to do something like this, because if you are like me, and you thought that you are just worthless, remember that you are doing something is quite helpful, and you are getting better. Something that I tend to forget. But in the second week, what I did was doing the bow exercise for 15 minutes, the spider crawl for other 15 minutes, and then 10 minutes of a song, of Fairy Tail. And I did this 10 minutes for the entire first week, and I was stuck in the first 3 bars, I think, 4 bars maybe. That was a mistake, and I didn't want to make the same mistake in the past, where you take a song that you like, you try to learn it, and you can. And the frustration is so hard that you don't do that again for a while. So, what I did was using another one of the resources that, by the way, I put a link on the description for every video and site that I use. I found a site very helpful. I use the fiddlerman site. I found this page, this beautiful page of tunes of beginner to intermediate song. And so I start learning Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Yeah. It's a very stupid song, if you think about it. It's a very, very stupid song. But the reward sensation of learn it after 3 days was so good. The fourth week, I did 40 minutes of practice on Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, trying to record in it, and just using the spider crawl as a warm-up. And it was very helpful. I did it. And so, if you want to enjoy it, it's not perfect, but I'm okay with that. And this ends my first month of practice. It was quite fun, to be honest, and just the start is the hard part. So if I can give you a suggestion, if you want to start learning the violin, take it baby step. I will say the bow and the spider crawl are good exercise to start, and just give yourself a minimum time for each day. A stupid minimum time, like 10 minutes for each exercise, 20 minutes for the first week. Just try to do that, and then try to tackle your first song. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is a good suggestion, and there are maybe some easiest tune, but this is recognizable, and you can play it to someone else, and he will know that is a song. I'm planning of doing some more video outside this series about in-depth on survival, kinda a survival guide. In this case, I'm thinking about doing the survival guide on how to read a chart, because this, even if it's simple, can be intimidating if you don't know what to do or how to read it. So let me know if you're interested, and I will see you next month for this series on my second month. That was complicated because life. So I will see you next month for this video, and until then, enjoy the building series that I'm doing in parallel, and yeah, I will see you later. Bye.